CEO Chris Licht out of CNN. Steps down from the company, put him up full mast. There's an interesting backstory here. CNN has released officially their CEO, leaving the network amid fallout from an apparent loss of confidence in his leadership. According to the narrative, this precedes the widely criticized CNN town hall that featured former President Donald Trump. A devastating 15,000-word profile published Friday details how staffers disagreed with the way he handled the town hall, prompting some to expose their true feelings. His future at CNN has been called into question ever since Tim Alberta released his profile on him for The Atlantic. The article portrayed the CEO as aloof, disengaged from CNN staff. His programming decisions were fiercely opposed by the network's talent. And subsequent reports have shown that CNN's top talent had lost faith in his efforts to take the network in a new direction. He spoke with staffers in an effort to mend bridges after the profile came out, though questions about his longevity remained, as CNN's Oliver Darcy reported that he already lost a room with the employee base. Let's put up Brian here. Always good to see him. Former CNN media reporter Brian Stelter obtained all of the details from many of the staffers who opened up to him about their concerns. He worked at CNN for 9 years? He tweeted, Alberta portrayed the CEO as paranoid, self-absorbed, reluctant to admit mistakes. Trumpian is the phrase several staffers use with me. I'm so struck by how consumed he is by the coverage he gets and the respect his predecessor had. Just like Trump, one insider said. Stelter also said there is sympathy for him among CNN staffers, although they nonetheless feel like he's been carrying out someone else's orders. The extensive profile also revealed how they had henchmen demanded the CNN graphics department take down reference to Trump being found liable for sexual assault, etc. These things are quite insane. Let's put up what Soledad said. And it reads, and I quote, and yet not a single one said anything on the record out loud using their name. They're shocked, they're shaken, but they are also cowards. Being honest about that, when their boss was supporting pure journalistic malpractice, what did they say out loud? The Trump town hall has drawn criticism, in particular because CNN filled the studio audience with diehard MAGA fans. We covered that here, who cheered on the former president even when he mocked and demeaned the woman he was found liable for sexually abusing. Now, I had my opinion about it. My opinion is well noted. I thought the way they did it was horrible. Now, I'm a guy who's okay with opposite conversation, ideology, etc. But if I bring you to the platform, I'm bringing you here to deal with you. I'm not bringing you here so that I can celebrate you. I'm bringing you here to challenge you fiercely, to put you in a box, to make sure people know exactly who you are. That was not the sentiment of bringing the person they called the most lying president in the history of the presidency. The man talked about you, that's fine, you can be above that, but you talked about the man. And you brought him on the platform as if you all were buddies. Wrong move. Cenk, what are your thoughts about this? And listen, we met the guy. You and I met the guy when we were in DC for the correspondence functions.
Yeah, so we did, and he's a nice guy in person. Of course, almost everybody is. But I think so. I think you're exactly right, Rashad. But a lot of people are missing the larger story here. They're focusing on the wrong question. They're asking, should they have been tougher on Trump, or should they appease Trump to bring Republicans back in and be more neutral? Right? Totally wrong question. No, you should be tough on Trump, not because he's Trump, but because he's a politician, and your job in the press is to challenge the powerful, challenge the government, challenge the politicians. But you shouldn't just be tough on Trump, you should be tough on everyone. But that's the thing. That's the core problem that CNN cannot solve by firing Chris Licht or Don Lemon. And Don Lemon was among the toughest on politicians, and they said that's what was wrong with him. No, that's what was right with him. Yep. Okay, and so the way that you're supposed to conduct journalism is to be aggressive and bold, and to care about your audience, not access to the powerful and to politicians. So the correct answer is be tough on Trump and be tough on the Democrats across the board.
Very well said.